People describe sumac as a spice that tastes like lemon, which is kind of weird because you don't normally keep lemon in the spice rack. So is it just like a lemon powder, or is it more useful than that? That's the real question. Today we're going to try to find out with a few kitchen experiments to find out if sumac is a useful tool in the kitchen. Hi, I'm Chris. I'm a medium-level cook with rare-level curiosity. This is Rarely Well Done.
Sumac is a dried, crushed berry, which makes it look like paprika, but instead of smokiness, it's sour, which will hit me in a moment. If you've seen the citric acid episode, this is doing something similar. It gives you dry acidity with its own opinions.
Okay, it definitely has the brightness of like a lemon, but not like a sharp brightness like vinegar, for example. It has a really sharp brightness of acid. This is mellower and a little more lemony in nature, but it also has a real nice earthiness, kind of a nuttiness even, that is really good. So I'm thinking this stuff has some serious potential.
Let's start somewhere very normal, roasted vegetables. Today we'll do radishes, which you may also remember from a previous video. These mellow out nicely during roasting. I'll hit them with olive oil and salt. Typically I'd finish these with some lemon, but we're going to try to use sumac as a replacement.
So those are my roasted radishes. They're looking good. I just got them out of the oven. I'm going to throw a little sumac on there. Let me try one that missed it all. Okay. I'm tasting for a difference.
Adding an acid like sumac should heighten the flavors.
Yeah, it gives it a brightness, a complexity. Still great and earthy. I just made it more interesting. It was already okay. Sumac made it just that much better. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to eat the rest of these.
Don't eat them all just yet, me. I need the B-roll. While I explain that most home cooks don't appreciate the value of acid. Much like salt, food is just not the same without it. Okay, I'm good. You can eat them now. Imagine a beautiful piece of art in a dark room. You appreciate its details so much more with light. Acid is that light for food. Sumac is a shortcut to add that brightness without liquid. When I'm working with a new ingredient, I like to reach for the Flavor Bible. It's a resource that covers tons of ingredients and gives you information on their taste, strength of flavor, and pairing suggestions. Last I checked, it was on sale, so check the link in the description. Here I see roasted chicken, a whole list of other things, and yogurt. Let's try that next. Acid does an important job in creamy foods. It cuts richness so things don't feel heavy. Yogurt sauces normally rely on lemon or vinegar for lift, so we'll try one the usual way and one with sumac, which also doubles as a garnish. That shouldn't matter,
Not
but
bad.
It absolutely does.
I'd say that is a whole lot prettier. Look at that. Isn't that cool looking? Ooh, not only does it have similar brightness, actually probably better brightness. Maybe I added too much. I don't know. But the sumac actually adds a little bit of a texture to it, which I think is kind of pleasant. You might not want that. Yeah, totally a good way to do this. Not bad at all.
Sumac is a gentle acid. It's almost like lemon if it majored in accounting and became a CPA that wore thick-rimmed glasses. Next, we'll use the Instant Pot, which is my favorite way to hard-boil eggs. Just a cup of water, 5 minutes, then an ice bath, and they peel so much easier. And as a bonus, sometimes you get some fun deformities. Anyway, I'll add mayo, mustard, pepper, and salt. Egg salad is another one of those places where acidity normally shows up, usually as mustard or vinegar, but both of those push the flavor in a specific direction.
There we go.
Let's see what happens when we add sumac instead.
Wow. I don't have good words to describe the difference this makes, but it just elevates it in a top-note direction. It really gives it that kind of a lemony zing, a tang that I didn't realize was missing in egg salad. And because I'm not adding lemon juice, it doesn't get any more liquid. It's also a lot prettier because you got the sparkles of the sumac going on.
Strong acids can dominate delicate foods, but sumac adds brightness in a softer way. It's like turning up the brightness knob slightly. So now we know sumac can fix food, but can it prevent it from being flat in the first place? Well, let's try it with some chicken. One more place acidity normally shows up is marinades, but liquid acid also starts changing the texture pretty quickly. So instead, we'll split this and try sumac as part of a dry seasoning. Liquid acid interacts with proteins almost immediately, which is sometimes useful, but sometimes it softens the surface.
So you can see the sumac roasted really beautifully here. It's very dark and appetizing looking. This is the normal chicken, which also looks very good.
While I'm chewing, sumac gives you brightness without introducing any marinating chemistry. This one would have been softer with a marinade, but it at least was very crisp. You could say the liquid acid changes the meat. Sumac just changes your perception of it.
That's what I get for making them not really bite-sized. Anyway, it's good. And missing a little something. It's a little on the bland side, honestly.
Now we'll try the Sumac version, which should have the same texture, but with brightness.
Oh, wow. It's more than brightness. There's something else there that it did. I think the roasting process kind of mellowed out that earthiness that Sumac has along with the brightness. And all in all, it just kind of fills in everything that the chicken over here was missing. I taste it here. I don't have to fix this because Sumac fixed it before I even found out something was wrong with it. So that was really good.
Now, if rice tastes flat, you might reach for something like paprika to add color and flavor. How would Sumac compare? After all, Sumac is often mistaken with paprika because of its color, but instead of sweetness or smokiness, Sumac gives brightness, which can wake up foods that feel a little dull. Also, Sumac's color pops, while paprika's spreads throughout. So let's see if they fix the flavor, starting with the paprika.
Most of what I'm getting here is that kind of smoky, little bit of peppery taste. Let me try the Sumac. Yeah, similar redness, but a lot more just kind of brightness. It's just kind of lighter. It's uplifted. It's even a little lemony, kind of what I expected, but it works really well on the rice.
If you'd like to try Sumac for yourself, I'll leave a link in the description. Also, let me know in the comments what you use it for.
So after all of that, Sumac turns out to be something kind of simple. It's basically a sprinkleable way to add acid to food, which is a small trick, but a very useful one. Think of it as lemon's quieter, slightly more organized cousin. I hope I've encouraged you to try something new. Thanks for watching.